Where's Kristine Barnett now? All about her life over a decade after accusing adopted daughter Natalia Grace of being an adult. When Kristine Barnett accused her 8-year-old adopted daughter Natalia Grace of masquerading as an adult, it sounded like something straight out of a horror movie. But the Indiana mom was adamant that the Ukrainian child she and her husband, Michael Barnett, adopted in 2010 was actually a 22-year-old woman who had threatened to harm them and their 3 biological children. The couple also accused Grace, who has a rare form of dwarfism called dystrophic dysplasia, of attempting to kill Kristine. In 2012, she and Michael had Grace's age legally changed from 8 to 22, a decision Kristine claimed on Facebook that law enforcement had recommended. In 2013, the Barnett family moved to Canada without Grace, leaving her alone in an apartment in Lafayette, Indiana. 6 years later, Michael and Kristine were charged with multiple counts of neglecting a dependent, but neither was convicted. But jury found Michael not guilty in 2022, and charges against Kristine were dropped the following year. Grace later agreed to a DNA test while filming the 2024 ID docuseries The Curious Case of Natalia Grace. Natalia Speaks. The results found that she was approximately 22 years old, which suggested she was 7 years old when she was adopted by Michael and Kristine. Her real age is 21. Now, Grace's case is getting the silver screen treatment with Hulu's Good American Family premiering on March 19th. Kristine is played by Ellen Pompeo, Michael by Mark Duplass, and Grace by newcomer Imogen Faith Reed. And Esser case gets renewed attention. Where's Kristine Barnett now? Here's everything to know about what happened to Natalia Grace's former adoptive mother and what she said about the evidence that refutes her accusations. Kristine Barnett was a mom of 3 boys living in Indiana when she and her then-husband Michael adopted Grace in 2010. She's also an author and published a memoir in 2013 titled The Spark, a mother's story of nurturing genius and autism, in which she claimed her son Jacob had an IQ higher than Einstein's and a photographic memory. After Kristine and Michael legally changed Grace's age, moved her into multiple apartments, and left for Canada, the couple were charged with multiple counts of neglecting a dependent in September 2019. Michael told police that Kristine advised their adopted daughter to tell anyone who asked that she was 22 and looked young for her age, for the Journal and Courier. Michael was found not guilty of 3 counts of neglect and conspiracy to commit neglect of a dependent in 2022. The following year, charges against Kristine in connection with the abandonment of Grace were dismissed. When Grace confronted her former adoptive father face-to-face 10 years later in the curious case of Natalia Grace, he claimed that he was manipulated and mistreated by his now ex-wife. "I had the same monster you did," Michael said in the docuseries. "I was exceptionally controlled and put down and threatened, was minimalized. Anything that was who I was ripped from me, and I was guided and instructed to be exactly what she wanted me to be."